all-time meeting. A lot of new faces on both sides. 7 newcomers this year for Longwood, which won 9 games last season, but was 8-10 in the Big South. They're picked to finish 4th in their conference this year, and they win the opening tip. There's Turner, strong to the basket, as she has liked to do, and the rebound for Amari Robinson. Tigers looking to bounce back in a hurry from their first loss of the year Thursday night in Columbia. Quick pass, Michaela Elmore, unable to handle the feed.
Got too quick with the pass there. Amari Robinson had her wide open and in a position where she'd like to catch it, but errant pass.
Robinson contained, as a South Carolina team has liked to do, to the top scorer on the opposing team, but Amari Robinson averaging nearly 17 points a game. Quickly to the bench, Lainey Bone, hobbling, and a held ball. Boy, Maddie Cluse continues to make her mark in her early games with Clemson after transferring from Miami of Ohio.
Well, she really has. I just love her aggressiveness on defense, aggressiveness taking the ball to the basket.
Turner knocking the ball away. She's an active player, the Norfolk State transfer. Day Harris, the Pitt transfer, inbounds to Whitehorn. Robinson. And here come the Lancers. Front court, Malaya Brown. Out high. Homecoming game for the woman with the ball. Feeding inside, Ann Hamilton-Leroy, but knocked away, the Seneca native. Excited about this game. We'll talk more about her as we go on. Close on the feed from Harris.
Great job threading the needle there for the layup.
Former Seneca Bobcat with the ball. Ann Hamilton-Leroy, who actually initiated this matchup, reached out to her coach and said, can you try to schedule a game at Clemson for my final year in your program? And she's a real good one for them. Second team all Big South performer. Nearly 1,250 career points, top 15 in her days with Longwood. There she is, playing just across the water at Seneca for a fine program for the Bobcat team.
And it looks across the way like there's a lot of Seneca people representing here, cheering Ann on.
And the Lancers give it up. They fell Wednesday night at James Madison, 84-50. Of course, the Tiger loss in Columbia on Thursday night. Past couple of days, Amanda Butler's team has worked on handling pressure. What a pretty feed. Robinson, Elmore that time could handle it and finish for the 4-0 advantage.
Whitehorn to Robinson to Elmore.
Lancers average about 65 points a game. They like to play with some tempo. On the wing. Now trying to work inside. Brown will fire, though, from the outside. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the basketball. Eventually, Elmore comes away with it. And right back to the other side. Tigers turning it over. Leroy tries to reverse on Elmore. Rejected by the Tiger junior. And Robinson by herself.
That was too easy. Nobody back on defense for the Lancers. And a great job on the pitch ahead there.
Early 6-0 advantage. Turner and the Lancers have yet to get points. Leroy. Essenabalu with the screen. And the foul will be called against Clemson.
Maddie Cluse with the rebound and the long pass. Robinson finishing. Post players for Clemson tend to step out and throw their midsection out and get that foul there on that hard hedge.
Essenabalu again setting a screen for Leroy. And we get a hold inside. And Michaela Elmore, the guilty party.
Essenabalu really was doing a good job posting up Elmore there. Had great position, and we used to call it hiding the defender. And she did a great job hiding the defender and calling for the ball.
First on Elmore. Junior from Fostoria, Ohio. Cluse defending Leroy. Brown back to Leroy. Now on the wing, Ariana Ship Davis, second team all-conference in the Big South. First bucket of the game for the visitors. But once again, Robinson all by herself.
I don't see how you can stay in the press that long if you're going to give up layups every time.
That's how you break the pressure.
No doubt.
Brown came to them from Santa Fe Junior College in Florida. A lot of ties to the Sunshine State, where their head coach is from. Free throw line jumper. Not going to go down for Francis Ulysse, a freshman from Montreal, but it'll stay in Longwood's end of the court.
Santa Fe Lady Saints.
What part of Florida is that located?
It's in Gainesville.
Right there in the middle of the state, so just down the street from another school.
Probably 3 miles at most from the University of Florida.
Brown tries from the left wing. Essanabalu went for the save. Back over to the Tigers. Longwood opened the season on the road with losses at American and Delaware. Their home opener last Sunday was extra special because they've opened a new, really beautiful 3,000-seat arena. Cluse had it knocked out of bounds by Ship Davis.
Yeah. Laney Bone is back in the game, Pete, after limping off.
One of their starting forwards and an important piece of their puzzle. And I believe Bone just picked up her first personal, and that's the case. Yes. Chattanooga native, Cleveland State Community College transfer. Just into the game for the Tigers, Mackenzie Kramer, as well as Danielle Roush. Back to Kramer, the Lehigh transfer, doing what she does. 40% a year ago, and in her career on threes for the Patriot League school, and trying to continue that here in the ACC.
Great skip pass to set up that wide open three.
Bone, soft touch. And last touch by Roush of Clemson.
Great job by Roush. Had something on that pass to create enough time for her to get that shot off. Excellent job.
Bailey Williams giving it to Ship Davis. Can't get it to go. Roush coming away with it and is fouled. That'll be the first on Williams.
Those fouls used to make me so mad, committing a foul 75, 80 feet from the basket. And it took a lot to make me mad, Pete. You know that.
You know, you were such a calm, cool character. You were John Wooden-esque sitting on the bench throughout the game. Inyang checking in. She made her debut on the season the other night, played 11 minutes at South Carolina. And also, Amani Freeman sets the screen for Roush. Here's Cluse. Strong move, and she'll head to the line.
That's that aggressiveness we were talking about earlier right there. Maddie Cluse aggressive on the defensive end. Probably their best defender, according to Coach Daniel Barber, but also aggressive, taking the ball to the basket.
Cluse with a nice move. 10 points a game over the first 4. 4 of 8 on free throws, make it 5 of 9 so far. And almost a sarcastic gesture she makes, as she was happy to get that to go. Tigers build the early 11-point advantage. Whitehorn pressuring the ball. Ship Davis ahead. Turner, Bone spinning, and travel the call. Well, not the kind of start that Longwood obviously would have wanted, trying to hang in here and make a mark. A couple of years ago, they were right in the hunt for the Big South title. The coach who built that team moved on to St. Louis, and 4 players transferred with her.
Oh.
So when Erica Lang Montgomery, now in her second season, you see her standing in front of her bench, took over last year, was a rebuild, but she feels like she's got some pieces in place to get back to the top part of their league. They're picked 4th in the Big South. Kramer from the right side, no. Inyang, the rebound. battling with Turner, who will be called for the foul.
You know, Enyang is a force that they need to have inside. They need to be able to count on her presence in the post. And
timeout on the court. Kramer from the outside. Not that time. Tigers scrapping with Longwood.
Greatness is a feeling.
And he is going to go.
Fearless. Brotherhood. Greatness is more than winning the game.
Did a very good job there.
Former player at Florida, which leads us to the other connection in the building. We'll talk about more as our telecast goes on. She was a teammate of the Tigers head coach, Amanda Butler, for a couple of years with the Gators back in the 90s. Whitehorn, quiet so far until then.
What she does well, behind the back dribble is set up a pull-up jump shot, and that's her game, really.
Opening quarter lead growing to 16-3. Drive to the basket. Adriana Ship Davis will head to the free throw line. Ruby Whitehorn, a lot of game. Good pull up off the jumper. Whitehorn coming in early stages of her sophomore, averaging just over 10 a game. Ship Davis, 8.5 a contest.
She was picked on the preseason first team, All Big South.
Second teamer last year in the conference. Just 54% on free throws over their first 4 games. Can't get either to fall. Boy, tough start for Longwood. Kramer got it ahead to Harris.
Harris has been doing a pretty good job running this basketball team from the point guard position.
Kramer from the corner. Foul called away from the ball. Going to go against Frances Ulysse, the freshman from Montreal.
I thought she was outside the arc, but evidently she wasn't. So she's going to the line to shoot 2.
So Harris fouled on the drive before she kicked it. Or perhaps as she kicked it out to Kramer, who will get a rest. Day Harris, as we've documented for you, one of 4 1,000-point scorers in her career on this Clemson roster. And now 11 of 17 on the free throw line after transferring from Pitt. And a steal by Harris. And an easy 2.
Great job breaking on the ball, anticipating the pass, and any pass parallel to the half line usually results in a layup.
Ship Davis on the wing. Sanabalu looking to give it away, and Turner is fouled by Madi Ott.
Well, that's a great job. She just baited her into throwing that pass.
6 steals on the season for Day Harris. Janae Turner began her career at Daytona State Junior College. So there's another Florida connection to this Longwood roster. Originally from Chicago, transferred to Longwood from Norfolk State. About a 3-hour drive east of where Longwood's located in the state of Virginia. Nice touch, 63% from the line. And that ends a scoring drought for the Lancers with 3:41 to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers men with an 85-68 victory over Boise State to improve to 4-0 earlier this afternoon here in Littlejohn Coliseum. Harris this time the pull-up. Battle for the rebound. Essenabalu couldn't bring it in for Longwood. Whitehorn controls for Clemson. Harris right past Bone. Enyang. Good offensive board for the Tiger Junior.
Another
from the state of Florida. Sunshine State well repped here. On the dribble, Kiki McIntyre. Played on the D2 level down in Florida at St. Leo. So McIntyre goes to the line.
He 2 shots the rest of the way.
Each team with 5 fouls. McIntyre 7 the other night against James Madison, 71% from the line. College basketball family. Her mom played college hoops. Her sister also played at Temple. 13-point game. Tigers race out to an 18-3 lead in the contest. Again, breaking the pressure. Chip Davis defending Harris, who finds Freeman.
Nice.
Nice execution after breaking the press.
Anytime you give up that baseline drive, something bad is probably going to happen if you're a defender.
McIntyre trying to shed Ott, lost the handle, but right there to clean up. As Sanabalu.
You think we'll give her an assist on that?
Perhaps. Her first bucket, now the steal by Brown. Around Ott. And Whitehorn controls for Clemson. Whitehorn inside. Freeman again.
Sharing the ball very well.
She's efficient down low. Miami of Ohio, she had 12 double-double games. Or 12 double-digit scoring games, rather. Chip Davis coming up on 2 to go opening quarter. And the rebound, Inyang. Harris, burst of speed, right past McIntyre, who commits the foul.
I love the way Harris pushes the ball. A little bit out of control sometimes, but she makes something happen. Good job there on the crossover dribble. Should have used the left hand, it appears to me. But got to the line and with a chance to score.
Harris missing a couple of free throws moments ago. Tough start for her.
No doubt.
Harris from Youngstown, Ohio, just as Longwood has a Florida connection, the Tigers with some connection to the Buckeye State.
And you can tell her from her body language there, a sign of relief that she finally made a free throw.
1 for 4 so far, 25-9. Tigers with a 16-point advantage. Valentine defending McIntyre. And on the drive, foul is called.
Day Harris picking up the charge.
Nice job by Harris.
Outside the arc. Good job getting there.
Kiki McIntyre picks up a quick second since checking in. She heads to the bench.
Longwood has left that zone press there, picking up man-to-man three-quarters now.
Whitehorn on a wing. Nia Valentine loads up. Sanabalu couldn't find the handle, battling with Robinson for the rebound.
Great job on the flare screen there to get Nia Valentine the open shot.
That's Sanabalu from Valdosta, Georgia. Robinson back to Valentine. Harris. Crossover. Shot clock under 10. Elmore, she's been shooting more threes this season. Robinson keeps the possession alive. How about Valentine? And the lead grows. 19-point advantage with under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Knocked away, Valentine the steal. Goes right past the defender, Williams.
That's 5 in a hurry. That'll boost your average.
30-9. About a 2-second differential. Right in front of the bucket. Again, the freshman Sanabalu coming up shy. Under 15 seconds to go. Tigers will play for a final shot. just the kind of start they needed after that rough game Thursday. Here's Valentine again. Feeling it.
Feeling it without a doubt. Well, the very first possession on defense, and we're able to get the ball off the errant shot.
Unable to finish inside. Valentine, Robinson. Quick move. Now Elmore. Elbow jumper from Michaela Elmore. Adding more offense to her game in her third year in Amanda Butler's program.
Yeah, she's really doing a good job for Clemson on the boards this season, averaging 7 rebounds a game.
Tigers on a 15-2 run. They jumped out to an 18-3 advantage. Kluse able to save it off the steal. Pretty move, defended by Bone, who comes away with it. And actually forcing that turnover was Turner. Williams. Bone had it disrupted by Kluse. Turner. And Valentine on the rebound.
Kluse with active hands.
Longwood starts 2 for 13 from the field. Valentine missing after making a couple of threes. Kluse fouled on the way up.
Once again, there's her aggressiveness. The coaches tell me she's the best defender and also a very good offensive rebounder. And nice shot.
Pretty move. Michaela Elmore with that jumper. Nice touch.
Another assist by Amari Robinson, too, on the kick out to the free throw line.
Another trip to the foul line for the Tigers and Maddie Kluse. Kluse has made her presence known. Now playing in her 5th game as a Tiger. Had 11 points against South Carolina Thursday night. Battles for the rebound with Leroy.
Plays with Clemson.
Leroy, interestingly, had 11 points in Longwood's loss against JMU on Wednesday. Kluse brings a lot of energy, been effective on both ends of the court in the early stages of her Clemson career. Not going to fall. Tigers are trying to add to this 36-9 lead. Leroy. Told you, a native of Seneca. She's fouled by Kluse. First on the Tigers here in quarter number 2.
1,000-point scorer, Leroy. Averaging for her career 10.9 points a game. That's pretty stout.
She'll more than likely go over 12.50 in her career today. Begins at 12:45. As we noted, she asked her coach if she could try to schedule a game here in her final season to come play Clemson right near her hometown of Seneca. Tigers forcing another turnover. That's 9 for Longwood. Off balance, out of sorts, but able to finish is Kluse.
Rule number 1 in defensive play: stop the basketball.
And we got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. Tigers rolling so far. Comes up in just a few days down in Houston against the very Mississippi State team. So we'll have 9 1,000-point scorers in the arena in that game when the Tigers face the Bulldogs. Ship Harris trying to get something, or Ship Davis trying to get something going for Longwood, and Yang with the rebound. By the way, speaking of points, the 33 scored by Clemson in the opening quarter, surpassing the previous mark of 31 as the most points ever in a quarter scored by Clemson. Steal by Adriana Ship Davis, spins around Kramer in a nice finish. So a 33-point first quarter, a milestone for the Clemson program today in any quarter.
You know, Longwood
they've ever scored.
Longwood currently leads the Big South Conference in steals, and that was just an example by Davis.
Well, they came in forcing over 21 turnovers a game, so you know that against some of the teams they played out of conference so far, they've been effective. Kramer, and she'll head to the line. We had a 4-point play in the men's game by Boise State. Now, Mackenzie Kramer, an opportunity to do so here in the women's game.
Once again, that's a good quick release right there. Great pass by Valentine. Feet ready. Very good job with the balance, and no wonder she's such a good pure shooter.
Mackenzie Kramer.
I don't think she's missed a free throw this year so far.
7 of 7. Hails from St. Michael, Minnesota by way of Lehigh and the Allentown, Pennsylvania area. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. 4-point play, so one of the men's game now, one of the women's game. 42-11. Chip Davis ahead. Leroy looked low. Tigers getting a hand on it. Brown. Chip Davis driving on Inyang. Turner. Clemson keeping her in check to this point. Just 2 points so far. Another miss. Rebound inside. Chip Davis can't finish. And Whitehorn comes away with it. 3 for 16 from the field for Longwood. Kramer on the dribble. Now Roush. Kramer out front. Thought she had it. Inyang the offensive board. Robinson. Good job knocking it away by Adriana Chip Davis. Rebound so far. Tigers +10.
Inyang is just so strong in the upper body piece. She gets her hands on that rebound that usually hurts.
Clemson's forced 10 Longwood turnovers. Kramer on the catch and shoot. Chip Davis the rebound, pushing the pace to Brown. Leroy driving. Bone gets it to go.
Good assist by Leroy. Once again, you give up that baseline. Usually things are not going to work out well for you.
Robinson for 3. Inyang dominating inside. Whitehorn cleaning it up.
Keep it alive. Inyang.
Strong drive to the basket, but traveling the call. Adriana Chip Davis turning it over. She's from Chesapeake, Virginia. 5th-year senior. So Clemson will get it back.
I believe that was the 11th turnover for Longwood, and can't beat yourself in this game.
To just 5 for Clemson. Lancers came in averaging 18 a game, but when you force a lot of turnovers, you'll often see teams with a high turnover stat. Strong pass, Robinson to Roush. Kicks it to Ott. And suddenly things have cooled off from outside for Clemson. Tigers now 4 of 12 beyond the arc. They were up over 40%. Chip Davis. Leroy out front. And Ott pulls it in.
Lid over the basket on both ends all of a sudden.
Tigers still 62% of the field. How about Roush? That's where she hit her first made bucket for Clemson last Sunday against Mercer. 47-13. Tigers build the lead out to 34 points here. Still with just under 5 to go before the half. Chip Davis with Whitehorn defending. And Roush comes away with a good scrappy play by Ruby Whitehorn. And then the foul on Steph Davis, who checked in just moments ago.
That hustle always pays off right there with Ruby Whitehorn. Great job getting on the floor. As you can see right here. Just keeping it alive. Hustle pays off. We used to have a T-shirt that said, "Hustle makes it happen."
Oh, they're going to say the T-shirt said, "Hustle never takes a break."
That would be a good one.
Or hustle travels.
Hustle makes it happen.
Well, the T-shirt industry has really benefited over the years from coach speak. Probably a significant percentage of the market share during the different athletic seasons of a school year. Whitehorn and the travel. It'll be a 6 turnovers so far in Clemson.
Picked up that pivot foot and pushed.
Tigers facing a second team, or rather a third team out of the Big South Conference, having already played and defeated Winthrop and Charleston Southern. Bone, baseline jumper, nailed it. Laney Bone, first bucket in a while for Longwood.
From Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Freeman down low, had it knocked away by Brown.
That's good help side defense by Malia Brown, jumping over there and taking away that basket. Looks like a 2-3 zone versus out of bounds.
Quick pass, Robinson. Down low, Freeman.
Good ball reversal into the high-low there.
Amari to Amani. Tigers pushing a 50-point first half and still just under 4 minutes to play before the break. Throwing her first bucket moments ago. Jumper not going to go. Ott runs it down. Amari Harris just checked in for the Longwood team.
Clemson's post defense has been pretty impressive. They're totally fronting the post, keeping it out of the hot spot there, and pretty impressive.
Whitehorn inside. Skips it. Ott. Rebound coming down to Francis Ulysse. Brown defended by Whitehorn. Ulysse over Robinson. Good defense. Fifth-year senior on freshman, although Ulysse a little bit older than your typical freshman. She's 20, having gone to prep school after high school.
Clemson on defense, switching everything. Big on little, it doesn't matter. We're going to switch on any kind of crossing motion, any kind of screens.
In the time we've been doing these games, have you seen Clemson play much zone?
They play zone basically on 2-3 zone on against baseline out of bounds plays. But other than that, they will zone and trap out of the zone some. They do play a 1-2-2 three-quarter court press back into the zone, but it's mostly man. I would say 70% man, 30% zone.
Second foul on Steph Davis for Longwood in the quarter. Their fourth. Last thing they need to do is pick up a fifth and keep Clemson on the line for a couple of free throws until the break. Elmore. Whitehorn. Nice drive, but can't finish. Bone, who was hobbled earlier, able to get up and pull down the rebound. Feed underneath. Smart play to kick it out by Ulysse.
Good job by Freeman there, I thought. Hands were straight up, blocked the shot. And most of the contact was generated by the driver, Davis.
Steph Davis to the free throw line. It's the first. Davis, a senior from Windham, New Hampshire, began her collegiate career at Holy Cross. So perhaps face the Tigers' Mackenzie Kramer in a Patriot League game. Kramer from Lehigh. One of two to make it a 49-16 game.
Very good screen by Michaela Elmore right there. Everything was legal. That's great.
Elmore with the ball. Coming up on 2 to go before the half. Kluse. Shot clock under 10. Ott from the left wing. Madi Ott caught the front of the rim and it wiggled down.
That's a good job with the high post reversal there from the wing to the high post and then all the way out to Madi Ott. Good execution.
Harris defending Brown. Now more Harris. Davis. Bone. Inside Ulysse. Comes back out. Elmore on the rebound. Strong drive, Harris.
That was created by the double stacker screen by Freeman and the last one by Elmore.
54 points in the opening half. Not often that Clemson has a 38-point lead before the break. Brown with the bucket for Longwood. Her first basket of the game.
And Coach Butler's played everybody that can be played except for the 2 walk-ons in the first half. So she's doing all she can do, I guess.
And Hamilton Leroy, Idasar, the Seneca native, was hoping her team could hang around in this game. It's going to take quite a run in the second half if to make this thing look a little bit more respectable. Good job knocking it away. Ship Davis forcing the turnover as Bone came up with it. Hesitation on the drive, Williams. And the offensive foul is called.
You know, Pete, you don't have to hit them head on right there with that. As long as any part of the body hits any part of their body and they're stationary.
Erica Lang Montgomery. Told you, teammate at Florida for a couple of years of Dawn Staley. Williams picking up her second personal. And it'll be free throws upcoming for Day Harris.
That might have been a traveling call right there. Of course, he put the ball, well, the ball started down. I thought she shuffled those feet, but I don't get a vote. Those three striped shirts out there get all the votes.
Harris, 1 of 4 from the line. That's really one of the few things that has not worked out great for Clemson. Tigers 4 of 8 on free throws, now 5 of 9. (56-18).
And for the year, Clemson shooting 66% from the free throw line, which is not great.
And Harris forcing another turnover, the 14th against the Lancers. See, the Tigers just elect to play for a final shot. Oh, they actually end up calling a foul.
Yeah, in terms of effort players for Clemson, you would have to rank Day Harris. That's pretty close to the top of that list. She plays with great effort.
Picked up her first foul. Harris. You mentioned all the players that Clemson has played. Everyone who's gotten into the game has scored for the Tigers. And that means that 11 different Clemson players have gotten points. 58-18. Chip Davis driving on Elmore. Use the glass. But it comes down to the Tigers. 15 seconds to play.
Clemson's going to set up in the horn set here. Probably get a three-point shot from Madi Ott.
Seconds winding down. Elmore blocked under the basket. 2.2 to go. Tigers will have one final chance.
Elmore Harris.
Well, I take that back. They then said that Longwood will get it. Off the inbound. Cluse saves it. Almost got it to Valentine. It would have had a chance in the second quarter.
Well, that was another great pitch ahead there for the assist and the layup.
McIntyre picked up a couple of fouls in the opening half. She's a 33% three-point shooter, and now defending on the ball. Elmore, Robinson, bullet pass. Strong move on Francis Ulysse for Amari Robinson.
You know, Amari just buried her inside with her body. Great job of posting and calling for the ball. Great pass away from the defender by Michaela Elmore. Good help side there by Day Harris.
McIntyre feeding it. Ulysse, strong move. Nice reverse.
Very good
by the 6'1" freshman.
Right.
Elmore out high. Defended by Chip Davis. Now Harris. And the reach-in will be the third personal on McIntyre. Backdoor lob. Cluse setting it up off the inbound from Harris. And wisely gives it a Whitehorn. What a move. Kicks to Elmore. And out of bounds it goes back over to Longwood.
Elmore not quite shooting the three like you would want her to. But She couldn't hardly pass that one up. That was so wide open.
Tigers have the 58-18 lead at the break. Leroy, the Seneca native, burying the baseline jumper. Her team actually had lunch at her church in Seneca after their shoot-around this morning with some time to kill. They didn't stay in the Clemson area last night. They stayed over toward Greenville, so it worked out that way as a turnover by Cluse trying to find Robinson down low.
And it looks like a good number of her church members may be here sitting up in the stands.
Yep. So Malia Brown, who scored nearly 20 a game at Santa Fe Junior College in Florida last year, she and the Longwood team, obviously an uphill climb. That's Brown with the ball. Ship Davis. Elmore with the rebound off the floor. Cluse, head of steam, on the wing, Whitehorn. Rebound by Cluse. She came in averaging just over 4 a game. Here's Roush. And Robinson just took the rebound away from Ship Davis. Whitehorn, and traveling the call.
Nothing there. You got to be able to bounce it out when they close the door.
Laney Bone back on the floor. Bone on the roster of a championship team when she began her college career at Buffalo. She didn't play that year. And she ended up at Cleveland State Community College near her hometown of Chattanooga. Here she is now playing with Longwood. Brown from the wing. Elmore the rebound. Roush pushing the pace. Robinson the feed for Whitehorn.
Unselfish play there by Amari Robinson. She could easily have laid it up, but made the pass across to take good teammate.
Leroy tried to get it inside, but a reach-in foul called. Maddie Cluse.
Great pitch ahead. Perfect pass by Roush, and then the unselfish play by Amari Robinson across.
Bailey Williams inbound to Bone. Quick hands by Ott. Almost took it away, and then Whitehorn getting a hand on it.
Clemson staying man-to-man against the blob.
I didn't see that one coming. I was looking down at a stat. A little bit too close to the action for my comfort. This is me here, as you see on the left side of your screen. That's where the ball came in. Brown again from the outside. Rebound strong by Ulysses. Hell ball. Arrow's going to send it Clemson's way. So Longwood, in losing their opening game at American, scored 68 points. They scored 55 in a loss to Delaware. And they were held to 50 on Wednesday night in an 84-50 loss to James Madison. Tigers have limited them to 25 points through nearly 2.5 quarters. So, chance for Clemson to hold them to their lowest points total so far.
Now, Clemson's defense forcing the turnovers obviously is the key.
Whitehorn, open three. And Leroy coming down with the rebound.
Clemson struggling from the three-point range tonight. If it wasn't for Nia Valentine.
Yeah, Valentine off the bench. Hit a couple as they built the big lead. Off another turnover by Clemson. Strong move. And Hamilton Leroy, 9 points a game in the early going, gets the bucket. Freeman turnaround. Elmore battling, but couldn't keep it in play. Leroy with 4 points in her homecoming game.
That was a nice job by Leroy of attacking the basket, protecting the ball, keeping the ball away from the defender as she shot the shot. Excellent job. You know, Inyang, I keep waiting for her just to burst loose, you know. But she better hurry because she's in her junior season now.
Yeah, 8.4 points a game last year, 3.7 rebounds. She'll be counted on to help inside. Ulysse, the freshman. Nice move, couldn't get it to fall. Freeman, the last to touch it for Clemson. Haven't seen much of Otaifo Esanabalu, the other freshman post player for Longwood, since the opening half. Didn't see her down the stretch in the second quarter. Ball inbounded to Leroy, but the addition of the two freshman post players, their head coach thinks is really going to change the look of their team, especially once they get into conference play. Going to give them a whole lot more ability on both ends. Another denial by Clemson. Valentine inside Freeman, working on Bone. Scrapping for the ball, Inyang. Leroy pushing ahead, Brown.
That was a well-executed fast break right there. 3-on-2. Excellent job by Longwood.
Brown has 4. Inyang above the free throw line. Good touch. Junior from St. Cloud, Florida.
He has got a very good shooting touch from the high post.
Bailey Williams giving it away. And away from the ball. Foul is called. And we'll take a timeout. Tigers up big here in Littlejohn.
What do you...
Clemson women's basketball with reason to smile for what they've been able to achieve so far. Pull-up jumper, and Hamilton Leroy. All Big South performer, we see why. Nice touch. Valentine right into the hands of Williams. Ahead to Brown. One of the few times in the game that Longwood's come up with baskets on consecutive possessions.
And both of them came off fast breaks, too. Well, that's 3 straight possessions. And Ann Hamilton Leroy responsible for 2 of the 3.
Tigers led by 40 points at halftime. Valentine looking for another 3, and she's got it. 3 of 5 from downtown for Nia Valentine, Mobile, Alabama native.
Her first double-figure scoring game as a Lady Tiger.
11 points. Robinson with 10 for Clemson. Bone hung up by Freeman. Tries to drive inside on her. I think Inyang got a hand on that and disrupted the flow. Roush, no look. Ott in the corner. Love those 3s in transition. Just like that. Clemson countering the scoring spree by Longwood with a couple of bombs to go up 74-33. Under 2.5 to play in the third. Williams changing hands. And Longwood will keep.
Yeah, great job on the skip pass there by Ott. And a good job in transition with a no-look pass down to Ott in the corner. Defensive transition is very, very, very important part of the game. You got to stop the basketball early on, and you got to know where the 3 shooters are and get on their toes.
Bone, lengthy player for them. That was Esanabalu, who was hung up down low. Shot clock hits 0. Violation. Loose the defense on Leroy.
Really good defending there in the late seconds of that shot clock by Kluse.
Going for the steal and almost getting it was Brown. Freeman. Valentine. Kluse. Baseline kick. Harris. Valentine. How about a 4-3? Couldn't get it to go. Leroy the rebound. Did a nice job boxing out Kluse.
They're doing a nice job setting Valentine up for those threes.
Nice pass inside. Brown able to find Taifu Esanabalu. Esanabalu's couple of field goals in the game.
Longwood gone to the 2-3 zone now.
Kramer thought about the shot and said get to the Kluse. Harris on the wing. She'll try for three. Using the glass.
The bank is open, even on Sunday.
I think there's a certain level of the glass where it becomes an ATM. And that's what she hit. 24-7. Here's Leroy out front. Soft touch. She's picked up her scoring in the second half. Give her 9.
She's playing very well. Not just scoring, but she's got a couple of assists here in the second half as well.
Under a minute to go, third quarter.
Maybe the energy coming from the Longwood cheering section, which is mostly Seneca residents.
Harris with a 3. Tigers hit the 80-point mark inside of 3 quarters of play. Clemson from downtown, 10 of 25. Kramer tried to save the possession, but charge is called against the Tiger guard.
Great skip pass, and there she is off the backboard.
Using the body language like she was trying to sink a putt.
I have trouble with that, Pete. I'm not going to comment.
I'm about 50-50. Sometimes it works for me. Play that break. Get it to turn in before it gets to the hole. 18.4 remaining, so the shot clock turned off. Harris. She'll drive to the bucket. Day Harris continues a good scoring game.
Hit that seam in that zone, right in and laid it up.
Harris's 17 lead the Tigers, rolling 82-38 after 3.
She was at Pittsburgh for 4 years and just very, very active on defense. Look at her.
McIntyre trapped. Inside move, Ulisse around Harris. Harris last year with the Panthers, 16 double-figure scoring games. Another one here for Clemson. Second straight Sunday she's reached double figures after the 13-point effort against Mercer. So you're up by 40 points plus in the final quarter, but a lot of value can be gained for both teams, but Clemson especially on a beautiful pass. That's how you become a top-notch point guard in the ACC if you're Harris. But a lot of work, that a lot of film from this quarter will be evaluated by Amanda Butler and the staff in terms of how this team can use every minute of game action to grow. Coach was not happy with their shoot-around this morning. For a team that was needing to have a sense of urgency as Bone gets the roll. And, you know, she knows her players are into it and want to do the best they can, but this would be a good way to close out the day after, let's just say, it didn't get off to the best start as they prepared for this game one final time.
Well, as we mentioned in the open, you know, you got a bad taste in your mouth after that loss Thursday night. And to me, just getting out here and having a game like this where everybody can play, it makes everybody feel good. It makes the team chemistry so much better. And as we move on to the next game, this game is going to help.
McIntyre couldn't finish after the steal, and then the reach-in foul committed by Ulisse. First team foul on Longwood here in the quarter. Amanda Butler trying to pick up win number 73 at the helm of Clemson in her 6th season and her 303rd in her head coaching career, year number 18 guiding a team. Tigers came ever so close to giving her a 9th 20-win season as a head coach last year when they won 19. Harris going for a 20-point game.
That was a really good job of ball reversal there against that 2-3 zone, and the zone did not make the slides, and she was left wide open again. Good job right there, finishing with the shot.
That time McIntyre able to finish at the basket.
And somebody has to throw the ball in. Still in that 1-2-2 zone. And that's where you attack, the middle of the zone, because
Whitehorn slightly right of center, but she gets your point.
yeah, well, she caught it in the middle and then made the move. That's where you attack it, in the middle of that 1-2-2 zone, wide open.
Fourth Tiger in double figures, 10 points for Whitehorn. And McIntyre in front of the hoop. Kiki McIntyre, we told you about the basketball connections in her family. Her mom playing college ball, her sister played at Temple. And she defends now. Whitehorn going inside. Bone got a hand on it. Interestingly, her goal away from basketball is to become a defense attorney. Kiki McIntyre. Maybe Whitehorn of the Tigers have shown Longwood some offense today with 89 points and 6:50 to go in regulation. There you see McIntyre. Began her career at St. Leo University, very good Division II school in the state of Florida, but here she is at Longwood, and then eventually law school for her. Whitehorn. Inyang. And she couldn't get it to go. Bailey Williams, the rebound, pushing the pace. Ship Davis lobbing. Ulise driving.
Away from the defender, though. Very good pass into her. I don't like the lob pass inside. I'd rather have a bounce pass, but that was a very good job of throwing away from the defender.
4 points for Ulise. And the offensive rebound, Eno Inyang.
She's holding her. It looks like it might be a tooth.
Ugh.
Or a contact, maybe.
Hopefully it's a contact. McIntyre. McIntyre now with 14 points, lone double-figure scorer for Longwood. Whitehorn. Kramer. Out of bounds it goes. Inyang holding a contact, we think, in one hand and getting a hand on that as well.
Trying to tip that one in with the right hand, holding the contact in her left hand.
I could never wear contacts, let alone play basketball wearing contacts. Nice job. Scrappy play by Malia Brown, but out of bounds it goes. Back over to Clemson.
Yeah, it would be very easily being behind by 40 points just to stay back in that zone, raise your hands, and act like you're playing hard. Not so. This Longwood bunch is very active on defense.
Pump fake, Whitehorn, pull up. That's her game.
That's her game. You are so right, Pete.
Talented player from Detroit. Give her a dozen. Harris leads all scorers with 20. Robinson and Whitehorn, 12 apiece, 11 for Valentine. Harris tries it from the outside. Amari Harris, part of a much deeper Longwood team this year. Kramer. Tigers getting close to 100 points. Mackenzie Kramer showing the touch from downtown. And a timeout is called by Longwood. She just hit the three, her third in 7 attempts in the ball game. Good ball movement and a nice finish. Clemson rolling. And the other regulars for the Tigers, you see the scoring well spread. Kramer hitting that three got her into double figures. Harris, her best game so far scoring as a Tiger with 20. And just 7 points off her career high. That came while playing for Pitt against BC. Brown. Longwood will count on her to score. Rebound Elmore. Hell ball. Arrow. Back over to the Tigers.
Clemson in that 2-3 zone there. Elmore, I would say that was aggressively going after that rebound. The thing that jumps out at me is Clemson scored 38 baskets off 27 assists. That's a great job sharing the ball.
And then Arkansas Pine Bluff. Madi Ott from the corner. Adding to the Tigers scoring on the verge of 100. Tigers knocking down those threes. And another turnover. This time by Longwood's Alyssa Chapman.
The three-point shooting has gotten much, much better here in this second half.
Tigers still with several regulars out there. A little bit wide of the reach of Ott. For a game in which Longwood tried to make frenetic, Clemson 14 turnovers.
If Madi Ott could get one more point, that would be 6 in double figures. That don't happen very often.
No, it doesn't. McIntyre, the best scorer in the game for Longwood. Couldn't add to her 14-point day. Roush, boy, that was crazy. And somehow Brown able to save it to Harris. Harris across the lane. Oh, what a nice little move.
Nice
Pretty
job.
spin around Elmore.
Shot fake is the forgotten fundamental.
Oh, not intended by Chapman, but she caught Kramer right in the eye. Kenzie Kramer, a long way from home, grew up in Minnesota. Number of players from the Midwest on this Clemson roster. And now they're going to see if there's anything beyond just a common foul for Alyssa Chapman.
I would be shocked if there is anything. It just should not be allowed. Speaking of reviews, in that football game yesterday, have you ever seen so many reviews?
It was a game that was really long by today's standards. We take another look.
On the court stands as is, personal foul.
It'll say a personal foul as our official trying to share with us. Kevin Spiroka. So the game yesterday almost went 4 hours.
I know. With
the way they have changed the first down timing rule. Most games are hovering around the 3 hour and 8 minute to 3:10, 3:15.
Good crisp passing along the perimeter.
Kramer. Robinson still battling inside. And away from the ball, Kramer hitting the deck. Able to draw the foul against Ulisse.
Good heads-up play.
Tigers will wholesale sub here. Kramer happy. In that case, maybe happier than any of the three-pointers she made.
She took a charge.
On her way to a 10-point game, so her day is done. Valentine a chance to add to her effort. Brings it across midcourt with 11. Goes in the corner. We're not going to go down. Kylie Kellerman couldn't get it. Tigers recycle the possession. How about Bella Rinaldo just checked in. Feed inside Inyang. And back over to Longwood.
That's a great job of attacking the press right there. You got a girl in the short corner. You got a girl at mid post. You got a good shooter outside. You got a triangle. A diamond. We call it a diamond overload. Attack from the baseline.
Longwood managed just 18 points in the opening half, 38 so far here in the second half. Off to Athens, Ohio next for the Lancers. The only team they beat outside of conference a year ago. They won a 1-point game against the Bobcats, and then they'll face the Wildcats of Davidson. A lot of road games coming up. This was the start of a road stretch, so they just opened up a beautiful arena that holds 3,000. It's designed just like Jerry Richardson Indoor Stadium at Wofford. If you look at pictures on Longwood's website, it's a replica both inside and out, so no doubt they reached out to Wofford when they were planning that building. But not going to see it a whole lot here for their women's team, at least early in the season. Coming up on 5 on the shot clock. Harris from the right elbow. Yin-Yang battles, and Freeman comes away with a rebound.
Probably playing money games.
In some cases.
Getting paid guarantee money for Clemson today, I'm sure.
Off the miss by Kellerman. McIntyre. Runner. Couldn't get it to go off the glass. Rebound, putback try. Couldn't go down for Asanabalu. Ott adds to her day, and the Tigers pass the century mark. Madi Ott, a 12-point game.
Six in double figures?
That is 6 in double figures, and for Ott, 4 of 6 beyond the arc. Tigers' three-point range today, 14 of 33. Steph Harris kicks on the wing, and a 3 goes down. Fondy Simmons back in the game, one of their subs.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
Valentine just under a minute to go. Manalo lost the handle. McIntyre. Kellerman trails the feed and the finish by Harris. Good work in transition by the Lancers.
3-on-2 fast break.
Well, they've scored at least 50 points in each of their games for a while. It looks like the Tigers may hold them under that number.
My rule in transition for the ball handler is if they're in the driving lane, you pass. If they're in the passing lane, you drive. That's exactly what happened on that case. In that case.
Manalo coming up shy. McIntyre out on the wing. Davis can't get it to fall. Harris can from the baseline. Probably the last points we'll see in the game. Tigers will go 2-0 all time against the Lancers. And Amanda Butler's team bouncing back from a rough Tuesday night in Columbia, improving to 4-1 on the season. Longwood falls to 1-4. Clemson winning it 102-61.
Well,